y'all gonna laugh at me. I thought it was like
I want you to be honest. I want you to be honest because this is something that people here. I got ate up on TikTok because they're like, "How do you not know it's cold in Africa?" Right. We don't learn that.
Yeah,
it is not just me. I had a good education.
Yeah, like I feel like I was mad fortunate being able to like. Well, actually, see, then I'm like, was it actually a good education though? Like the U.S.
For our standard, standard, it was a good education.
Right.
But what did you think about Africa?
Yeah, I thought it was just like dry, hot, like you could barely find water. Like I mean, granted, I knew like they have stuff, but like I didn't think they had stuff in so many places, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Like you're gonna look out and it's a lush green land.
Right.
Yeah. Nairobi and Kenya is way more green than I thought it would be.
Well,
Leo.
Oh, do we just Aquarius? Is that how it?
You're an Aquarius?
I am an Aquarius.
Oh my God, you were supposed to let me guess.
Oh, you were guessing. I thought it was just like,
I was gonna say that next. I was gonna say that next.
I thought we were just saying like our signs. I thought that's what we were doing.
No, I'm not a Leo. I was guessing you were a Leo. What does my energy give? Do you guess? Do you know a lot about Zodiac?
No, I don't. I was literally just like going through like the whole list and trying to think like, do I know it? Oh, okay.
I'm a Cancer. Hello, friends. I am here today with you guys with another interview. I saw his page. I think you follow me.
I did, yeah.
And then a lot of people follow, but I was like, blue check mark. So when you see a blue check mark, you're like, let me go check out the scene. Let me see if he deserves a follow back.
I mean, honestly, like I was watching like your stuff before I even came to Kenya.
Really?
Yeah, because like at first I was like, oh, like I just wanted to see like what kind of stuff was out there in Africa.
Yeah.
Like looking at different countries, came across like different YouTubers. Right, yeah. So I was like looking at different YouTubers, came across some different people who were like from the US. Okay. So I was like, oh, I might, see some similarities or whatever.
Who were you looking
at? I forget everybody's name now, but like
Dave Manny. Well, he's from Canada.
I haven't come across him yet.
He's from Canada, actually, I think.
There was a couple people that was on your channel.
Oh, Simone, Tadre, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so like the Black Americans.
Yeah,
mainly.
it's Karen's
world.
Yeah. She's so sweet.
Karen is the sweetest.
Yeah.
Have you met her?
I have not.
Okay,
you're like the first person from like that I used to like watch on YouTube that I meet. So
okay. So tell us about yourself. Number one, first and foremost. So this is when I looked at your page, you are an actor.
Right, yeah.
You've been on Netflix?
I have, yeah.
What's the show?
That was a wild experience.
Let's just dive in.
So I'm an actor, but like I started it in Korea, like with the entertainment industry over there.
How did you get to Korea? Because you're Jamaican.
Right, yeah. Like my family's Jamaican. I'm like a pseudo Jamaican. Like I grew up.
You're a fake ass Jamaican.
Pretty much.
I'm just
pretty much. like
you eat the cocoa bread. Saltfish,
I grew up like listening to patois, but like never speaking it. You feel me? So like I'm a fake Jamaican.
So your parents are from Jamaica originally?
Right. Yeah, they moved when like they was young.
Okay.
Like I've only gone to Jamaica when I was like 2.
For like vacation.
Yeah. So it wasn't like.
Dang. So why didn't your parents because I would think they would go back home often, because a lot of people send their kids to Jamaica during the summer to save money on daycare and stuff.
Oh, true. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But like my best friend did the same thing. I did not.
Okay, so you're Black American.
Yeah,
you're basically African American.
Right, but like my family did like speak patois growing up.
Yeah.
So like I lived with my grandma for a little bit.
Where did you live? Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Connecticut, and then I moved down to Florida when I was like 10.
Okay, those are 2 very different places.
They are.
Florida is a wild state.
Weather-wise, like personality-wise, people there.
Florida is a wild place. Where in Florida?
It's Orlando.
Okay, yeah. Orlando. Orlando is a very Black city.
I'm glad you think that.
Yeah.
like we definitely have black people, but like it don't feel like the whole thing with like Zimmerman and like all that stuff that was happening. Just wild shit be coming out of Florida. So
maybe it's just tourism is high, but when I went, I felt like it was a lot of residential African Americans living there. Like not as many. Like it wasn't as diverse as Miami.
Like they do have like all kind of like cool like art and stuff like down there. Like the black community, they have so many creatives. Like it's so dope, but it's frustrating because it feels like when you think of like Orlando, it's literally just like Mickey Mouse and like SeaWorld. Drive to the beach. Yeah, SeaWorld. But like once you gone to those places like once or twice, it's like, okay, well,
you're over it.
Right, yeah.
It's a tourist city. Yeah. Okay, so you grew up in Orlando. What was it like when you were moving to Korea? Like how did that happen? So you graduated and then moved to Korea?
Like I actually was in high school. And I went to school in a place called not a place called Tennessee. Everybody knows Tennessee, but like there's a place called Savannah, Tennessee.
Okay.
Which everybody be saying like, oh, Savannah, you mean Georgia? I'm like, no, I do know where I went to school.
I'm not lost.
Right, yeah. So I went to school in Tennessee, and like there was a Korean like sister school over in Korea. They had some students that would come over. I roomed with a couple of them, and one day. This is
college.
This is high school.
High school?
Yeah, back in high school.
Was it a boarding school? What do you mean?
It was a boarding school.
Oh, okay. You went to a boarding school.
Yeah. Okay. It was a boarding school. It was like super small. And like.
What made your parents send you to boarding school?
We had a friend. So I grew up like mad religious, right? Okay. And like it was a like really religious school, and my friend was going there.
Okay.
And my mom was like, "Oh, it'd be cool to like go up and like visit or whatever," and she was trying to like get me to go there.
Yeah, convince you.
Yeah.
So it was a very religious school.
Right.
What was that like?
It was not. I mean, we have fun. But it was like very, very ordered and like strict. You couldn't do like a lot. So.
No.
Yeah.
Are you still very religious to this day?
I am not. No. Well, like now I'm agnostic atheist. So like, I'm not convinced. But like I always feel like I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lately I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I truly do believe in God, but I do not attest to there being a hell. I don't believe that any God any God who is forgiving, loving, and understanding of human nature would not damn somebody to hell for eternity. Gotcha, I feel like that's actually very ungodly.
Some of the things don't make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
But like my family is still very religious, obviously. And so like we have conversations, like we like to like question each other's like opinions and beliefs. So that's like kind of cool. But when it comes to like personally, I don't feel like I'm convinced. But if somebody else feels like it makes sense to them, it's like, all right, cool.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
So you were in boarding school. There was a Korean sister school. So a lot of Koreans came. You were boarding with them.
Right.
And what did they tell you about Korea that made you like, I'm going to go?
Yeah, to be honest, like it was my first time like really meeting people that are not from like the usual like touristy places that like Americans go to. And so I wanted to like just like see how much of it was like really what we were hearing about it. So like I'll ask them tons of questions. One day I saw like my Korean roommate, he was like reading a little book in Korean. It was the first time I had seen it like written. And I was like, oh, that's kind of dope. And he took that as Chris wants lessons. And so he went back and like made like a little cheat sheet for me to like learn how to read and write.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
It was mad nice of him.
So you were fluent in Korean?
Not then. Like I still don't feel like I'm fluent, but like I work not now, but like when I was in Korea, I would do like a lot of my work in Korean. A lot of my coworkers, they only spoke Korean. So
talk to me nice in Korean.
Say something.
Say something. Say hello, Brittany. It is nice to be here.
Okay. 안녕하세요, Brittany. 초대해 주셔서 감사합니다.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me.
How do you say you're welcome?
I don't know if people really say.
Or just like
people just say like, oh no, like
My pleasure.
Yeah, Anya, or like, no.
Anya.
Yeah, people usually say that.
Okay, Anya. That's nice. So then you go to Korea after high school.
Yeah.
You did university in Korea.
I did for a little bit. So I go to Korea when right after high school. I graduate, and right before I was graduating, my friend was like, "Oh, Chris, it would be cool if you like came and like taught English like at our school." And I was like, "Sure, I guess, whatever." And so like he took that as like a yes, I want to go. So he goes and talks to like our school principal, and it's like, you know, yada yada yada.
This is the same friend with the book.
This is actually a different
I was about to say, you got a good friend giving you a job.
Yeah, they was hooking me up. They was hooking me up.
Yeah, that's nice.
But like, then I go like to the office because like the principal calls me. He's like, I think I did something wrong. So like the whole way there, I'm like, yo, what could I have possibly gotten into? I'm getting called to the office right now. I get there. It's a religious school, right? So he like Chris, come in, close the door, sit down. I'm like, oh snap. Like, let's pray. Like, am I about to get expelled? Like, what's going on? Yeah. He's like, yeah. So the other school principal said that, oh, they have like a student over here that wants to come and teach English. At first, it didn't even click that it was me. I was just like, okay, why you telling me this?
Yeah, like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So after that, I ended up going over there to teach English for like a year, but it was like way up in the mountains, like. Are you from like the city or like?
I am from the suburbs. I grew up in the suburbs, but I went to school in DC, which is like city.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then I moved to Atlanta, which is like, I say suburban city.
No, I almost moved to Atlanta. Like, there's so many black people in Atlanta. That's why like I was thinking about moving. Does it really feel like?
Yeah, it's hella black. That's why I moved to Atlanta.
That's cool.
Yeah, I grew up around. I loved Atlanta, but I got what I needed from Atlanta, and then I left. Like, okay, you know, when you just feel like this city has served me.
Got you, like the experience or like
the experience, people. You just feel like I've done it all.
Got you. Okay.
So I really like to go places and just like touch down, like go here, go here, go here, go here.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah. So now you kind of like get to like go around, see stuff, and travel.
Exactly. Yeah. So now I'm just feeling like Atlanta served. It was good. It helped me progress. It's definitely super black.
Yeah.
So if I had to settle down again in a city, it would be Atlanta. Like if I'm just, 9 to 5 in America, I wouldn't live anywhere else.
Honestly, like, funny thing, I was thinking about like getting like a little house eventually, like, but obviously I couldn't afford nothing because it's like right now house prices are ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. So like I was like looking like for the cheapest spots in the U.S. to move to. And like I looked at Atlanta, it wasn't bad.
It's like, getting more expensive. Unless you're like in Tulsa, Oklahoma,
right?
Oklahoma City.
I'm not gonna lie. I looked at West Virginia, and like my whole family was like, "Why?"
Good luck.
Like of all places, you won't go there.
It's too white for me there.
It certainly was.
Yeah, that's too much. So you go to Korea.
Right.
You're teaching. Where does Netflix come into play?
Yeah, so like I go to Korea there for a year. It was up in the mountains, wasn't like near anything. And like my friend was like, oh, you should come visit Seoul one time. So I was like, all right, bet. So on vacation, I went to go visit him. It was cool, but then I realized like, oh, Korea isn't just like mountains and like, just seeing tree tops for like miles and miles, it felt like. And so I was like, I gotta come back. So I started school, started school, had a friend there that I was like practicing Korean with, and then I came back on like a study abroad program. And so that was when like I moved back to Seoul, like to actually like live there. And it was like live, but like, I don't know, I was just my dumb ass thought like, oh, little $2,000 I saved up working at, a hotel. That's gonna hold me over. It did not.
No.
Terrible planning. And so then I had a friend who was like, at the time I was like trying to make beats or whatever, like every other black person out there,
Everyone's a producer.
Everybody.
Give a nigga a keyboard. Give a nigga
everybody got that little red like audio interface. Everybody had it. You know, so I was one of them.
I respect it.
I was one of them. And
you can't get it unless you try.
Right, yeah. So I was like making beats, but I was also like kind of seeing like, oh, what's the music industry over in Korea like? And
K-pop.
Everybody was asking me like, oh, so like it was always like, why you going to Korea? You have a Korean girlfriend? No. You have what you just like K-pop? Like, no. So like, why are you going then? Like, there are other reasons.
I'm here for the vibes.
Yeah. So I get there, start like seeing who I can connect with, like making other producers. One of the producers is super nice. He like started like a little hip hop group. So we had like rappers and like dancers. We wouldn't do anything for real, but like we would like make beats for each other and like start making songs. And he actually somehow met up with this studio. And like the head engineer there, and they were also rappers as well. But he was like an engineer in addition to doing to rapping. And so he was like, hey, told my homeboy like, hey, would you come and like make beats for us, and you can use the studio for free. And my friend, that was a great, it was a great opportunity for him, right? But Buddy was like, you know, I actually like started like this little crew, like. I don't feel like I could leave them right now. Cause like he was kind of like the one that was like organizing everything. He was like, I don't think I can leave him right now. I appreciate it. But would it be all right if there's this other producer in the group? Would it be all right if we both came and like made beats for y'all and like our whole group could have, you know, free studio time? And to this day, cause like he didn't have to do that. No. And so like to this day, I'm just like, that's sweet. Hey, he's a real one, like for real. And so I met up with them, started like doing music, and like for a time, eventually money ran out. Buddy at the studio let me stay. They had like a little room. It was underground. It was like mad cold. And as long as it's sufficient. Yeah. But I was like sleeping in like 3 jackets, like over the winter, trying to keep cold. Yeah. But like did that and like eventually we would have like different like artists and producers come through. One of the producers was like, oh, like I have this friend who's a director and he's looking for like somebody that could play guitar who's black. And I was like, okay, that's me. I guess I could try to do that. Yeah. So
why somebody who's black?
It was just, I thought like, oh, it's like for a commercial or something, you know, like they might have like different like vibes that they're going for.
Diversity.
Right. So they had just started to do that over in Korea. Like, okay. And so I was like, oh, you know, a little commercial, whatever. I don't got money. So
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, let me just like try to earn a little something. Right. So he's giving me the address. I show up with my guitar, you know, knock on the door, say hi to everybody. And they're like, you know, thank you for coming. Here's your lines. Go practice for 20 minutes. And then we gon' like have an audition. And I was like, what you mean lines? Like I'm here to play guitar. What you mean lines? And so like I practiced for like 20 minutes. They ain't hate me. Gave me the part. And it turned out it wasn't a commercial. It was like a short film. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like a short indie film. And so it was super fun. Like I went on set and my thought was like, oh, I'm gonna see what everybody's doing behind the camera. All the people working in the audio department, I'm gonna like ask them, bug them with like tons of questions and bring back what I know to the studio. Yeah. I ended up like starting to fall in love with film. Wow. And like just how like everything with production worked. And
you found your niche.
Yeah. It was like mad cool. And it was like so much overlap. That's what was like really cool about it. That film ended up turning into like a feature-length film. It got some funding and went on to like an award show. And then there was a casting director, or there's a director who saw me at the award show, asked me to come do something for like another film. And the writer from that film ended up working on a TV show called Itaewon Class. Wow. And she recommended me for the role for that one.
And then bam, Netflix star.
Yeah, so I know that was a long ass story, but that's how that happened.
No. We need that. But I was gonna ask you, what's the show about?
Oh yeah, so the show is about basically like there's like this really cool restaurant culture, especially out in this place called Itaewon in Korea, where they have like restaurants from all kind of different countries and like different nationalities are in that area. And so like the restaurant business is like really big, and especially in that area. And so it's about this this group of it's a family, basically, like a really rich family that owns a really popular restaurant. And then there's also a little like startup scrappy guy who's trying to start a restaurant, and he puts together a crew. And the crew is full of a couple different people. I don't want to like ruin the story, but basically it's
interesting
like,
characters.
Yeah. So there's a lot of diversity in the crew, which is not something that like has been shown, a lot.
So let's get into that. When you landed in Seoul, what was like culture shock things for you?
Man, first of all, not being able to communicate. That was like the biggest one.
They don't speak a lot of English.
Everyone studies English, and like a lot of people understand it, but like getting out and practicing it is like different from like studying a book. Right?
Okay,
so like they know like a lot of the grammar stuff.
It's like how we studied Spanish in high school.
Right, yeah.
And then you're like,
except they were a little bit more studious than a lot of us.
Hola.
Right, yeah. It's like all I could remember is like how to say I don't speak Spanish, and that's it.
No hablo español.
That's it. That's my limit. That's the threshold.
Damn, that's kind of depressing after like years. I don't remember anything.
I studied for 3 years, and I can't say nothing in Spanish.
You got to immerse yourself. So you get there, they don't speak a lot of English.
Yeah, at least in the area I was in, which was in the mountains.
Yeah. Okay. Are signs and stuff in Seoul in English as well as Korean?
A lot of them are now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like they'll have, like road signs are usually like they'll have like the Korean and then they'll have like English underneath.
What about like just movement around the city? Like what were just some other things that kind of just like, because going from Orlando, Florida, and then Tennessee to Seoul, Korea, that's...
it's wild because like the first time I got there, I realized like we be pretending like, because we grew up here in like America, the best place to live on planet Earth, the best country in the world.
Land of the free.
Right.
Home of the brave.
And I get there and like, I'm so used to like, if you don't have a car, you can't do anything. Like you at home.
You a bum.
Right. You can't do nothing. And so like I get there, my biggest fear is like, how am I gonna get around? Like, cause like my little $2,000 that I brought over, I can't be like spending on like taxis and Ubers or whatever.
Time to get a bike.
Yeah. So like they have like a really good public transportation system over there. It's like actually reliable. And it comes like, like in the US, if you like try to take the bus, it's like
exhausting.
Yeah, you gotta wait for like 30 minutes, 45, 50 minutes sometimes for the bus to come. Yeah, and then the bus might not even come for like another like 15.
Yeah, you don't know where it's at.
Right, yeah, or it comes early, like, but over there in Korea, like a lot of, even when I was like up in the mountains, you could take a bus all the way from up in the mountains to like down to Seoul. I mean, not one bus, you gotta transfer, but like.
It's public transport, you can take it. It's accessible.
Yeah, right. And so like it comes like every 5 minutes there's another bus. Every 10 minutes there's another bus. They also have like a subway that's going everywhere. So that was really cool. And then it made me think like, why doesn't the US have nothing and stuff like that? And like I actually like, there's a weird YouTube channel called Not Just Bikes, but they go into like the way like the US is built, like where we pretty much destroy like all the railroads, place them with like these like big ass highways, made everything like super far apart. So like even if you walk in from like one business to the next, they have like such a the parking lot is so big.
Yeah.
That it's like you walk for like 1 minute.
Facts.
And it's just like, oh, I got from one end of the parking lot to the next.
Yeah. It was to drive the car industry.
Yeah. I be hearing that.
Which drives the oil industry.
obviously everything come back to oil.
Everything comes back to money. Yeah, it comes back to money all the time. Because I wonder that myself. Even in the cities like DC and New York, the transportation system just isn't that good as compared to Europe. You know what I'm saying? In other places, and I've wondered that as well.
I mean, granted, at least like in Atlanta and like DC, y'all have some. In Orlando, they built like this new like metro. They call it the Sunrail. It literally goes from like Orlando to one other city, and there was like toting that for like the longest. Like we have our own metro.
It's like 10 miles. You're
right, and you got to drive into park to get to it.
That's how it is in Atlanta, though.
There's no buses, though.
Yeah. The bus system is okay, but you have to live in the city. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you live in the suburbs, you got to get a car or an Uber to the station. That's the thing.
Right.
So it doesn't branch out really far enough.
Yeah.
I would say.
Because then it's like, if I don't have a car or like I'm trying to save money on, then like, why would what's the point? I got to drive to the stop anyway. So like I might as well just drive to where I'm going.
Where you're going.
Right.
Exactly.
So like why would I use it?
Exactly. And it's crazy. We'll talk about Nairobi transportation.
Yeah, I want to hear like what that was for you.
So what else kind of just how was the vibe in Korea? What made you leave?
I was there for like 8 years.
Wow, that's long. Do you date Asian women?
Yeah. Like I just date people. Okay. And so like at the time
I like that for you.
There was just like everyone around me was Korean, and so it was like, all right, the pool is just like.
Did you ever feel like blacked? Like oh my god!
Like oh yeah.
Oh my god!
Definitely.
You're so dark.
Definitely. Like
that's what I hear about people who travel in Asia. They would just be like, oh my god, like
oh my
you're
goodness,
so
like
black.
the thing that was so weird was like, and granted, there was like good, like there was like understandable experiences, and then there was just like
this is crossing
like you wildin'. Like when I first got there, like my friend from that school in Tennessee, she had like a brother that came to like visit the school in Korea. I think he was actually going to school there, and like she introduced me. I remember like shaking his hand, like saying hi or whatever, and like we were talking about something. So I looked away, and like it struck me like this man was still like holding my hand, just flipping it over because he had never seen like
black skin.
Yeah, especially like how like our palms are different from that.
He's like, wow, do you play basketball?
Yo, the first time I got there, I saw like some kids playing basketball. So I was like, oh, that's what's up. Like, let me go say hi and like maybe shoot a little bit. I am dressed in like, because I was going like as a teacher, so I am dressed in a tie or whatever. I have like my
professional.
Yeah, so I walk up to the court. They take one leg at me, stop. Pass me the ball and like dunk. I'm like, do y'all see my height? I'm not like.
So I was gonna fly up.
Yeah, like
all black people can dunk. That's not
funny.
That's understandable though.
Yeah, because they're kids.
Yeah, if I never saw a white person before, and then I saw one, I'd be like.
Maybe like it's like what?
I wouldn't touch hair though.
Yeah, if I was a kid,
I would be looking like.
Yeah, I would definitely be. Yeah.
But they have to see black people on the TV.
On the TV, and that's it.
You know what I'm saying?
You see it on TV, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. So, what made you leave Seoul?
So leaving, so we did the show, and the show ended up being more popular than like I think any of us ever thought it would be.
Superstar.
But like, I mean,
were people like, "Oh my God, I know you from the show"?
Like,
don't be.
People be forgetting.
Don't be humble.
No, like for real, like the entertainment industry, people just forget you like that. So like, I already knew, like, okay, yeah, like something might be. It may feel like this right now, but like a couple months down the road, it's gonna be like totally different. But like, it got to the point. I guess I just wasn't ready for it because I just thought. I went to the audition not even knowing it was a show. I thought it was called Itaewon Class, and like a lot of foreigners live in Itaewon, and a lot of the shows that usually they ask foreigners to do are like talk shows. So I hear the words Itaewon Class, and I just thought, oh, this is gonna be another talk show. At first, I was like, I don't even know if I want to do that, like, but especially because like you got to talk in Korean and like. Just not knowing the nuances of everything. Like, I'm always afraid, like, I don't want to accidentally be a jerk to somebody, accidentally saying something that I don't really get the nuance for. And so I was like, I don't know if I really want to do it. But I was like, for each one of these, like, auditions and stuff, I always, like, learn something.
Yeah.
So I was like, I might learn something, I might meet somebody cool. So I was like, let me go. So I go, I get there, everybody mad chill, talking to people, and then the director comes in, he's like, yeah, like, you mind if we just like have a quick chat? So we sit down and talk for like an hour. He's just asking me like regular stuff, like what you like to do in your free time, like how you find out what's your entertainment industry experience been like, you like it, whatever. And then we finish talking. We've been talking for like 45 minutes, and he's like, so Chris, you don't know why you're here, or do you? I was like, no, I don't really, but he was like, yeah, so there's this show that we're doing. It's called Itaewon Class, whatever. And we have this character that we're looking for like a black character that's Korean, but could speak, or that's Korean, but, doesn't look like a stereotypical Korean. And I was like, oh, that's
a black Korean.
Yeah. Cause like, and the first thing that hit me was like, I have actual friends who are like black Koreans, like they grew up in, right? Yeah, but like
mixed with Koreans or actual black people who lived in Korea.
Both. So it'll be like black people that moved and like they had kids there. The kids just grew up speaking Korean, or it's like a
they're Blasian.
Yeah. So like they had both those kind of friends, and then my first thought was like, but I'm not. Like,
but you are. But you are.
Like, granted, like I had lived like 8 years at that 7 or 8 years there at that point. I was like, okay, yeah, like I feel like my whole adult life, because I moved there when I was like 19. So my whole adult life was like in Korea, but still I felt like
you're Korean.
I guess I just never felt that way.
If I was in Kenya for 8 years, I'm Kenyan.
I mean, I get it.
But you know what I'm saying? That's your vibe. That's
but like nobody treats you like that over there. So like, and it's funny, the character like the whole time he's like struggling with this. Like nobody else sees me as Korean, but I'm Korean, and so like he's constantly feeling like he has to prove himself like that. So
they saw that look in you.
They ain't hate me apparently. So they gave me the role, and like it turned out to be like a little bit more popular than I thought it was going to be, and I just wasn't ready for it. I think, and like it really hit me, like right after the show aired, and this is like a really big actor, couple really big actors that like were on the show with us, and so I think that kind of like fueled the interest in the show. Yeah, and so it really hit me like one day, like a couple days after, I was kind of like just chilling at home. I was like, I gotta take the trash out. So I looked mad bummy. Like I was looking terrible, in like a little raggedy ass hoodie and like.
But bum chic. Homeless chic vibes.
I would take.
People pay to look bad now.
I mean, granted,
it's a vibe.
I feel like it wasn't even at that level. Like it was just, I just look terrible. So like, I get outside taking the trash out, and like it literally like right in front of the building. So I just like go put the trash out, and like I'm turning to go back because I had to go back like get something so I could leave. And on my way back into the house, it's literally like a couple meters away, like people were walking by and were like, oh, you're the whatever guy from the show. They were super nice.
Oh my God, it's you from the show. I saw you on Netflix.
So they was, you being mad extra right now.
I'm going to get my picture before you leave.
Oh my God. So like, they were super nice, but like, I just realized like, I can't really do nothing.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have like, it's not like, oh, you get the show, get mad famous, and then now you rich. It's like, all that stuff happens, and you still gotta like take the subway.
I was about to say, I don't want to get too personal, but was the money good, okay, or bad?
I mean, usually with any show, like if you don't come in with a big name, it's not like you don't have a lot of leverage. So like even I forgot what's his name, dude that did Aquaman and was on like the Aquaman guy.
I don't watch Marvel.
You know Game of Thrones, right?
I didn't watch that either.
Oh, okay.
I'm like a Breaking Bad, Black Mirror. I'm watching The Sandman right now.
Oh, okay. I started watching that too. How you like it?
Good.
Yeah, I love it.
It started off kind of like.
To be honest, yeah, it is.
I had to force myself.
It was hard to, yeah. I
had
just kept hearing such good things about it. Yeah.
Now I'm locked in.
Okay, got you. I haven't gotten that far, so I'm not gonna ask for any spoilers.
No.
Yeah.
So the money was okay. I mean,
yeah, like even the dude that Aquaman, when he first did Aquaman or Game of Thrones, like he did it. It was popping, and he didn't have no money from it.
Yeah.
He still had to work his little side hustle.
Yeah, that's the thing with social media too. It's like you can be really known and very broke.
Yeah, and like I guess I just thought
acting,
getting into it, like $1
million payday.
Right, like I was so hyped when the show happened. Like I was like, oh, this is about to be it. Like finally, I could like just pay my bills and not be like eating like rice and tuna for the rest of the week or whatever. So like I got hyped. The money was better than what I was usually getting. Okay. But like it wasn't like, oh, I got money.
I'm rich now. Like, this is
it. I got money. It wasn't like that.
It's coming. I manifest that for you.
Hey,
give me your hand.
Don't call it.
Leo.
Oh, do we just Aquarius? Is that how it?
You're an Aquarius?
I am an Aquarius.
Oh my God, you're supposed to let me guess.
Oh, you were guessing. I thought it was just like,
I was gonna say that next. I was gonna say that next.
I thought we were just saying like our signs. I thought that's what we were doing.
No, I'm not a Leo. I was guessing you were a Leo. What does my energy give? Do you guess? You know a lot about Zodiac.
No, I don't. I was literally just like going through like the whole list and trying to think like, do I know what? Oh, okay. I'm a
Cancer. So you get famous from this, but not rich.
Right, yeah, definitely.
What is your family thinking? Because I would be like, this nigga went out there to teach.
My sister
now you're on Netflix.
They don't believe me when I'm saying like I'm gonna do anything anymore because like I just be hopping around like doing this and that.
But that's major to be able to tell your family like, hey babe, I'm on Netflix, Mom.
My mom actually wasn't even that hyped about it. Like, I mean, she was happy for me that I was like reaching my goals and everything, but she was like, "Oh, you on the show? Okay, cool."
Nah, but she probably playing it cool, but then goes and tells all her friends at work and stuff like, you seen this show on Netflix? That's how parents do.
True, that's true.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So like, I didn't feel like my mom was like super hyped at the time. Even my dad told all his coworkers. I found out later, but he was like, "Oh, I'm happy for you."
That's how parents do. My parents don't even watch my channel.
Oh, for real?
They do not watch my channel.
Like they probably just tell you that.
No, they don't. They don't. They do not watch my channel. But my parents
didn't know it exists.
Yes, they'd be like, "Girl, you just be playing online all day." My dad's like, "Get a job."
Yo, that's how they. Oh
they don't get it.
Yeah, they don't get it.
My dad's like, "You just want to Instagram all day," and I'm like, "That is like." I'm not even gonna argue.
Yo, they so funny.
Yeah, but then they'll tell people like, "Oh, my daughter's in Africa."
Right. This is like.
Anyways, you know how it goes. Yeah. So you finished the Netflix series.
Right. I finished the Netflix series. I started feeling like, man, I can't really do much because I would like still have to take the subway. I look so ridiculous. But no.
There's nothing wrong with getting on the subway. Just
no, I love the subway.
Yeah.
Like I would rather take the subway than like Ubers and like stuff like that.
It's economically sustainable and environmentally.
Right, yeah. It takes like a lot of like traffic off the road. Yeah. I love it. But like when you can't walk away from a conversation, that's the thing that like can be frustrated.
Yeah. So you were in that weird medium.
Right, yeah.
In that weird space.
Yeah. So but I would try to I still had like dreads at the time, and I would try to hide them with like a little beanie, and like I was looking ridiculous. I was looking so ridiculous with my like little makeshift disguise. I had like these glasses on. It's time, we was all wearing masks.
Like this nigga's a crackhead.
I look so crazy.
Crackhead alert. I'd be like, it's fucking Rollins.
And like sometimes people still recognize me, and I was just like, this ain't working. Like I would like call my sister, and like she wouldn't even like talk to me. It was just like dying, cracking up.
I'm dying.
Yeah, but so I realized like I don't know if like I really wanted to do entertainment anymore after that. Like I knew I loved like creating stuff, but like.
So what do you want to do? Get behind the camera?
I just want to be normal. That's what I thought about too. And so I started like learning stuff to like very basic stuff with like visual effects and like CGI and 3D and stuff. But I went back home mainly because like family issues as well as like I just wanted to like get away for a little bit.
Sometimes you need to recharge.
Yeah, like I'm one of those people where I just can't. I have like a threshold when it comes to like my social energy, and like I'll be at parties and like I'll be having fun 1 minute, and then next minute I'll just like sit down, take a look around, and just be like, all right, it's time to go home.
Is it that? It's like that reel where it's like I want to go home. You know what I'm talking about?
Like that's just how I am, and so like. Having to feel like like my job was to talk to people, it was just like
draining.
Yeah, like and not just talk to people, just like especially over in Korea, is if you are a foreigner and you get invited to do interviews or talk shows, you're expected to be like funny all the time.
Yeah,
and it's just like that's not me.
That's draining.
Yeah, so. I just got tired.
So during those 8 years, did you even go home back and forth a lot, or?
I did when I could afford it.
Okay.
Because it does cost like $1,200.
Yeah. And it's time consuming.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh hell no! I went to Bali.
How is that?
We stopped in Hong Kong.
Going over there and like be ranting about it. Like
it was beautiful. It was gorgeous, but the ride. I'm just like, yo.
It's like, yo, I'm done with this.
But you have to. It's like a day and a half of traveling.
Yeah,
it's literally exhausting.
That's just like Korea. It's too much.
Yeah. And by the time you get there, you're so drained.
It's like, yo, it's 2022. What are we doing still taking like a whole day to get from point A to point B?
Where's the space shuttle vibes?
Right, yeah. Like at this point, we gotta upgrade. We've had this for like the past,
it's ghetto.
50, 60, 70 years? Like,
yeah, I was like, Asia's not it for me. It's too far dependent. So I would go from here.
Here to Bali?
Like Bali or like Korea, but that ride from like America to Asia is very intense.
It's not as bad if you're on the West Coast though.
If you're coming from LA, I'm coming from DC.
Right, yeah. See,
but even when I went to Hawaii from LA, and that was long for me. I don't know. The older I get, I do not like being on planes for long.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I have to drug myself. Because I start getting irritated. I'm like, oh God.
Like, I will save up a little extra to buy like a little wine or whatever. Like, give me something.
I feel that vibe.
Right.
So you're in Kenya now. Welcome to Kenya, Karibu, Kenya.
Hey, I'm enjoying myself out here.
Let's talk about Kenya.
I'm not gonna lie.
Let's get on to Kenya.
Yes.
What's the vibe? First of all, why Kenya?
Why Kenya? Okay, yeah. I'm kind of curious to hear why did you go to Kenya though? I
came here for a job, got fired.
Got you.
Loved the vibe, decided to stay.
Oh, that's what's up.
And now I'm just a professional viber.
That's what's up.
That's what I tell people. I'm a professional viber / content creator because I love Kenya.
It is really dope. Like,
yes.
That's one thing like I realized I thought it was gonna be I thought it was gonna be hot. It is not hot, y'all. Like it is.
It is.
Do you see the way I'm dressed right now?
He has on a turtleneck. I love turtlenecks.
Yeah, I love them. I love like being able to like dress with like layers.
Yeah.
So like I do really like that.
This
about
is the place.
Kenya.
But, we think Africa's hot.
Yeah, like it's like when we think Africa is like, y'all gonna laugh at me. I thought it was like
I want you to be honest. I want you to be honest because this is something that people here. I got ate up on TikTok because they're like, "How do you not know it's cold in Africa?" Right. We don't learn that. Yeah, it is not just me. I had a good education.
Yeah, like I feel like I was mad fortunate being able to like, well, actually, see. Then I'm like, was it actually a good education though? Like the U.S.
For our standard, standard, it was a good education. Right. But what did you think about Africa?
Yeah, I thought it was just like dry, hot, like you could barely find water. Like I mean, granted, I knew like they have stuff, but like I didn't think they had stuff in so many places, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Like you're gonna look out and it's a lush green land.
Right.
Yeah. Nairobi and Kenya is way more green than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like just dry, dusty, like
and it's not your fault.
Yeah. I mean
the media perception in other countries. They do not show these things. They don't.
And like granted, part of it is my fault because like we got the internet.
But who was just researching what is the terrain like in Russia? I'm not doing,
like, I'm not doing that either.
What is it like in Africa? Like I'm not doing that.
Right.
So you just gotta learn.
My friends are laughing at me, but like we just didn't see it.
Yeah.
They don't especially because like I feel like the biases that we have about like different areas are pretty much just based off of how frequently we see a certain image.
Yeah.
Like, we do see like, oh, they have cities in Africa, but like we don't see it as frequently as we see like all the slums.
Of course.
And the hoods,
and it's the same way that they don't know about they think America, it's easy for everybody. Like, they don't know that there's a huge homeless population or how the ghettos work because it's all about what's depicted.
Right. Yeah. They just see
through media.
And even in films, they make the hood seem so pristine and like got no problems. Right. Most of the films that I remember growing up seeing, except for like fighting and like gang violence. Yeah. But like infrastructure, they don't really show the bad infrastructure in the hood, I feel like.
But you know what? I was talking to this Kenyan man the other day, and he walked up to me. He was like, "What up, my nigga?" And he swear to God, and he did West Side. I am not even lying. African Tigress was there. I'm not lying. He walked up. He said, "What up, my nigga?" I was like, I am not in a gang.
Like when they like struggle to do it, like. And it's not like specifically like people in Kenya, but like people outside of the US. Like people doing that in Korea.
First of all,
go to Europe, I see the same thing.
I'm from the East Coast, my guy.
Yeah. It's not 1995 no more. Yeah. Like nobody do that. But
triggered. It was a lot. So you get to Kenya.
Yeah.
You still didn't say why Kenya.
Yeah. So the reason why I got to Kenya is like, when I went back to the US, like taking that little break, I had friends that like I grew up, going to school with that were Korean, somewhere I would visit. And like, around the time of COVID, there was mad discrimination against Asians. And so like they were starting to feel it. And so like a lot of them would like go back to Korea, just feel like a normal person again. And like seeing them be able to do that felt so good, like, cause we're friends, like, they're like,
you feel their pain.
Yeah, like these are like real people that like care a lot for me.
Do they advocate for Black Lives Matter?
That's the thing that surprised me so much when I was over there, is I expected them not to like pick up on like a lot of the issues that was happening in the US when it came to like, especially with like police violence and stuff like that. But like they were out in the streets.
I love that.
And it wasn't even like the politicians who needed to see it were there, but Koreans were still out in the streets. Of course, they have like people that were like, if they didn't kill each other so much. Yeah. Like they had.
Well, what about But for the most part, your friends showed up for you and your people. That's good. Yeah. So that was dope. So they were coming to Kenya. A lot of them.
No, they were going to Korea because like they were starting to get so tired of like being treated as the Asian walking down the street or walking into the grocery store or whatever, you know, people. So like a lot of them, they were coming back, or they were in the U.S. and it was like tired of like dealing with like all that discrimination, and so they just wanted to feel like a normal person again. So they go back to Korea, and seeing them be able to just be a normal person again felt so good. And I was like, yeah, man, what that feels like. And so that made me think like, man, what if I could just like be just a person instead of like
a black man.
Person. Yeah.
Because you're black in America, you were black in Seoul.
Right, yeah.
So you just kind of wanted African. So why Kenya though, out of all African countries?
So then I started like looking like, okay, well, and another thing was in the US, I felt like I'm spending money. Yeah.
It would cost to live in America.
Yeah, so it would cost to live in America. I just kept feeling like, man, I'm spending all this money just to like exist.
Yeah.
And like the people that's getting this money don't even look like me. Which is fine, but like the fact that the people that look like me traditionally, like historically, have not been the ones getting that. So I just kept feeling like, man, if there was a way that I could like invest.
I feel like you just said, oh, this is fine because you don't want to come off as like racist or rude. But I have to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You need to feel that way. You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel.
Yeah,
I feel very upset.
Yeah. Like there's nothing wrong with prioritizing wanting to put black dollars into black people because we're so behind. Yeah. You know, we deserve it.
Right. The reason why I said it is that's a good point. And the reason why I said it is like, because I feel like sometimes people be hearing that and just think, oh,
this guy.
They just want to like spend money on things that's going to help them and their family, and like they're not thinking about just people as people. But it's like it would be fine if it were like already infinitely distributed, but it's not. that's the issue.
I can't think of people as people until people think of me as people.
Come on now.
So when we get to that point, when I'm just a person, I'll treat everybody like a person.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But today I'm a black woman.
Right, exactly. So
like, you're a white man, you're an Asian guy, that just is what it is.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so that's okay. So Kenya is cost effective.
It's cost effective, and I was just thinking like, man, if I'm gonna invest, like it's not a lot of money, it's like my little, pennies, but like if I'm gonna invest how I live, like what I need to spend to live on something, let me think like what's the quickest way to like help that investment grow? Like what community would make sense to
benefit.
At least benefit as that hub?
Karibu, Kenya.
Kenya's
a good place for that.
Yo, the funny thing, like, so I was looking at like the way like the economies were working in different African countries. I ended up on like seeing Kenya as like at least the most fast tracked for like being able to realize something and then like be able to spread out to different countries, right?
What are you trying to do here?
I don't know yet. I'm just trying to learn.
Just vibe.
I really just got here, so like I'm just trying to see like, oh, is there a way to like first just enjoy living here?
Yeah.
And then like also help because I feel like there's a lot of like white. So I was just thinking about like I saw that Kenya was like one of I felt like it was the most fast tracks for like realizing that goal and being able to spread out to like different countries. And so I thought like, man, there's a lot of money coming into Kenya, especially from like Western European, like
white. There's a lot of foreign investment here.
Right. Yeah. And just like tourism as well, and so I just thought like, man, with so much money coming in, I feel like there might be a way to help like the lower growing up into the middle class be able to like get some of that money easier. I don't know what that's gonna be yet, but
you can take your time.
Yeah,
and people in the comments can help you. Where can he fit in, you guys? Where can he assist with? Where's the gap? What are you missing here? People who are watching from Kenya. What's the need?
Because like I feel like,
are you looking for like creative type things or just business in general?
I love doing creative stuff, but like I feel like there's a lot of money coming in outside of the entertainment industry, and so first just being able to like help the middle and lower class tap into some of that to make sure that they're like it's getting distributed to them through like employment opportunities or whatever it might be, or
a
like
small business.
Yeah, like their own. It could be empowerment. their own entrepreneurial like endeavors. Like they got like mad people just running their own little businesses out here who are just like looking for clients. And like I feel like a lot of the tourists coming in could benefit from like a lot of the business that the locals are already serving, but like connecting them is probably going to be like where the dissonance happens.
I see what you're saying. I want that for you. What are some things that you love about Nairobi so far?
Ooh,
what have you been
greenery.
doing?
I've been like meeting people, just seeing like what kind of creators are out here. Like they have so much art out here, y'all. Like I just remember like the first day I walked out of like my apartment down the street, just like checking out different places. Like right down the street, they got like an art gallery with like local artists doing all kind of different things. Like they have different genres that they be, you know, creating with. And like right behind it, it's really cute. They got like this little, I wish I remember the name of it, but they got this little like cafe bar area, outdoor seating, got like all kind of different, you know, those like, this is gonna sound so stupid, but like those, one of my favorite plants is like it's a big leaf with like a bunch of different holes in it, and the name is like Monstera deliciosa or something.
I don't know.
That. But like
my favorite one is the snake plant.
Oh, those are beautiful.
Yeah, that's snake plants.
Yeah. They got them all over the place here.
All over.
And you know what's wild? It's like it's so temperate and like mild here with the climate. But like they be growing like bananas and like mangoes, and I'm just like, how y'all doing this?
I was like, when I first got here, I was like, you mean to tell me lions live in this weather when it's cold?
Man, I never even thought about that. Yeah, I always imagined lions just only live in hot, dry places.
It's mind-boggling.
Yo, we don't know nothing about.
I don't know shit. I was like, that's wild.
Yeah.
And elephants.
I haven't seen like none of the elephants or
you gotta go on a safari. Yet. Go on safari.
One of these days I'm gonna do it.
So right now, so how are you meeting people? Like
so like before I came, I just kinda like hit up some like creatives I saw like, you know, in the area. They're really cool, like editor. I'm super excited for him. He's like mad young. He just first he was doing like social media, you know, edits and videography. He just got booked for his first feature film. And like I think it came out, it's called Click Click Bang. But it's doing real well. Like I'm super hyped for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're new to Nairobi. You've been here for a month.
I have. I've been here for like almost a month. Yeah. Well, it's been like, I want to say like 3 weeks.
Okay.
Now. Yeah.
Do you have an apartment?
I have an Airbnb.
Okay. Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
Looking for an apartment.
What areas are you looking in?
Right now, like I'm around like the Westlands area, but like a lot of the friends that I've made like live over near Thicker Road, and so
don't stay in the Westlands.
Everybody be telling me that.
Yeah, it's an expat circle, even over here.
Okay.
Even where I'm at right now, you don't need to live here. So if
you don't like it like in this area?
I loved it. It's too many Indians over here. 1, 2.
Got you.
It's just not worth the money for me.
I get that. I really get that because like
this is $1,400 a month dollars.
But I mean, my U.S. brain is like, but then I've been seeing like some of the apartments over here, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, I see what you see.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like if I'm for a U.S. brain, yeah, this is nice for $1,400, but I'm not in the United States.
Right. Yeah. So it's like, well,
so it's like, why would I do that to myself?
Right.
And then I feel like it's just more. I like being able to walk places, just like you said.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I've been loving that out here.
Westlands, it's hard to walk places.
Oh, you feel
unless you're like right by Skynest, right by Sarit Center. Unless you're right there.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like here, even on your ride in, it's not really like I'm about to walk to the store. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't give that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just like
I get that.
Live in an area where you can kind of go around.
Right, yeah.
Thicker Road, honestly, it's cool over there. I feel like as long as your building is nice, you're good.
Right, that's really what it is. Because like,
you get what I'm saying?
The hoods over here don't feel like everybody's checking over their shoulder like back in the US.
Yeah.
So like I feel safe most of the time.
Good, yeah, and there's guards.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There's guards everywhere. You like just walking by places, like just having guards around, like it just makes you feel like more secure.
Very secure. So you feel safe here. You're enjoying it here.
Also, they don't have like guns everywhere. So
yeah, there's no guns.
Right.
I love this for you. What do you want to share about Nairobi? Maybe that you are interested in doing, have done. Have you gone to the beach?
I didn't even know they have a beach. I mean, Mombasa has a beach, but like
not here.
Oh, you just mean in Kenya?
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, yeah. I want to check out Mombasa, yeah. But yesterday or the day before, I went to it's like this place like 20-30 minutes out of Nairobi called Tigoni. And like they have like all kind of like tea farms out there.
I've never been
it's
there.
Like the greenest place I have ever been. Like beautiful.
I gotta go before I go home. Tigoni.
Wait, are you about to leave?
I'm leaving for 2 months.
Oh, dang.
But to be honest, I'll be back.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'm just going, I gotta go home, recharge.
I feel that.
See my family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How do you get around?
So right now I'm just like in Ubers. Like if I'm with my friends, then we'll grab like a matatu, but like I don't really know how to tell where. Like if I need to go from point A to point B, I don't know which matatu to take.
I don't engage in matatus. It's too complicated for me.
Right? Yeah. I'm gonna learn one day. I'm gonna learn.
I've been here for a year, and I just can't. It's easier for me to bolt.
Yeah.
And it's so cheap.
It is like it's.
Yeah.
It's like most places I go, it's like $2-3.
Exactly.
So
when I have $1 ride, I feel bad.
$1 ride.
When it's like $1.60.
Yeah. You know, like now, like Bolt let you tip.
Yeah.
So like if it's like super low, then like
I am Pesa though. I don't have my card attached to Bolt anymore.
See, I feel like I should be doing that because like apparently it doesn't go to them right away. It takes like a week
just
or two.
M-Pesa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have M-Pesa?
I do finally. So this is something that I did not know. If you come to Kenya, do not. I mean, I will not say don't, but like I got Airtel the first time because I was like, oh, it also has like the ability to send money to like people that are using Pesa. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna be good. So I get it. Problem is, the way to put money on it is you either go to the store, or you connect it to your Kenyan bank.
What have been some of your favorite spots that you visited in Nairobi? Like restaurants? What do you like to like eat?
Yeah. So I was talking about I went to Tigoni. It wasn't like they do have a restaurant there, so it's cool, but like they got like tea farms and like a waterfall. It's beautiful. Like if y'all ever get a chance, like
I'm gonna go.
It's beautiful. Like the greenest spot I've ever been. But
text me the name.
Yeah, it's called Waterfalls Inn.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gorgeous out there. I also want to go to, I think it's Karura Forest.
Oh, okay. That's right up the street if you're in the Westlands. That's very close.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, very close.
My friend was telling me about that spot.
What do you eat though?
So like I'm not gonna lie, like first when I just got here, I didn't know like what to eat. So like I was just like like there's a KFC down the street. Like I was like eating like normal stuff, but like my friends went and took me to get like just the staple food like the ugali and nyama choma. Like that was mad good.
Yeah.
I tried that at I can't remember the name of it, but like I can't remember like a lot of restaurants. Yeah.
Have you done like the egg on the street, kachumbari?
I haven't. Like a lot of the street food, I haven't like had a chance to try out yet, except for like nyama choma. That was it.
Let's do a street food vlog together.
Yo, that would be fun. That would be mad fun.
Yeah, we could do that later this week. Pull up on me. I'll pull up on you. We can go to TRM. TRM has the best street food. Really good.
I feel like it would, because like when I just went like to visit, like I went at night, but like it seemed like there's like so much happening over there. Yeah,
we could just ride around all of Nairobi and eat shit off the street.
That would be dope. Yeah.
All right, it's a date. It's a date.
I'm down.
Welcome him to Nairobi, you guys. I'm gonna put his Instagram in the link. Are you interested in acting opportunities?
Yeah, I know I really want to continue creating. So I took a little break just for myself, but right now I kind of just want to learn what the industry is like over here.
Okay.
Seeing
Get a peep.
Yeah.
You're really here just peeping the scene.
Yeah, I really just want to like learn and see what's happening.
Yeah, I love that for you. Nairobi is the place for that. We're going to support him. We're going to follow him. We're going to engage with him, ask him questions, invite him to events and things.
Yo, like, yes, please, because, like, your boy does not know where to go at this point.
I'm going to give you a list. Yeah, I'm going to give you a list. So for all the creatives out there, this is a great opportunity to collab, share work, invite to events. There's a lot of really cool art spaces. I would love to, like, see who's
doing stuff out here.
Yeah, I love that for you.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you guys for watching. Is Korean fried chicken really that good?
It's mad good. Yo, there's a Korean spot like right down the street from where I live.
Here?
Yeah, I literally like walk down the street. Okay, we gonna go.
Take me. I'm a foodie. Beautiful. I love food.
I can't remember the name of it, but like I uploaded it to my Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, please take me so we can do that because I heard that honestly Koreans can cook fried chicken better than Black people.
It really is from the Black people that came over from the war but like they put their own spin on it and it tastes mad good. It does taste real good.
That's
I love the barbecue though.
That's interesting. So, from the Korean War and the Vietnam War and all that, they stole fried chicken from us. And then turn it up.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. Like, we taught them how to cook it the way that we was cooking it, and they were like, oh, okay, I see that. And they, like, put their own little spin.
I love that. Everything, history is everywhere.
For real. It really is.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, guys.